Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the long anticipated video of doing the Lollipop press-on nail design today. So I've teased a little bit on my short side, and now today's the full-on tutorial. So I'm showing you guys quickly the couple of gel polish that we're using. We're using pretty standard colors. I feel like we all kind of have different shade of pink in our collection, and then you just need a white and a nude. So if you don't have those specific colors, just pick out whatever colors you guys have, or if you're not into pink, you can always obviously switch it up, do a purple version, do a blue version, green version, whatever you're feeling, whatever your outfit is, colors are doing and everything like that. But for me, you all know I love my pinks, so naturally I was gravitating towards the pinks. And today's design, well, realistically the showstopper is really the stamping. Today's design is almost like a staple example of how much stamping can change a set, and it's so easy to do, and you can have so many different designs and make it look stunning. So here are my tips. These tips are actually from Amazon, and I am so happy with them. I'm always kind of on the hunt for press-on nail, kind of different shapes, sizes, trying different companies out, different, bits and bobs, and I am so happy with these. I actually got them by accident, kind of. So I was actually running out of Sqaure, and I really wanted to do some Sqaure designs, and so I just had to quickly hop on Amazon. I kind of risked it, I guess. I wasn't too sure how good they were going to be, but I'm so happy with them. So try and leave a link in the description for them if you're interested and also into press-ons and stuff and like to DIY nails at home. When it comes to our nails, of course, all of them received a nude color, and then everything else will be on top, so all the designs and everything will be the colored parts. So when it comes to our French tip nails, right now I'm working on the index and the ring finger. Those are going to have an ordinary white French tip at the moment. So here I'm just doing the smile line, then coloring the tip in. Then once that's completed, we're going to start working on the thumb and the pinky. Those are also going to have a French tip, but it's going to be slightly different. Rather than just doing a regular boring white French tip, I wanted to do a layered French tip. So you'll see that in just a second. Here I'm being quite efficient. So whenever I do the smile line and I color it in as close as I can to that smile line that I've created, the rest I do it with the brush from the bottle. Just it's so much quicker to color the nail in. Now this is the fun part. So I'm going to go down in different colors. So right now I'm going in with the darker shade first. And as you can see, I did a smile line, but very low down the nail. I kind of eyeballed it, and I was hoping for the best. So this is the kind of thickness of my first layer of a French, you could say. Everything will have a second cut off camera too, guys. So the white French tip nails that we've already done, they'll have a French tip off camera, well, another layer, and so will the rest of them. So here's the pink as well, same thing. I'm just kind of guessing roughly where I should place this darker pink to allow for another 2 layers to then kind of hit the area where I would usually have my French tip at, if that makes sense. So this is the darkest shade. After that, we'll tackle the design with the pink, like a lighter pinky shade in the center, and then last but not least, on top of that, we'll do a white layer, and that's all that we're going to do. So here's the light pink part. I wasn't too sure if the colors were matched up well, because those two pinks are like drastically different from one another, but I'm quite actually happy. I quite like that they're so different from one another. They kind of stand out more, and yeah, you know how sometimes you pick out colors and you really have to look quite like intensely at the nails to notice that you've actually used different colors? Yeah, luckily it's not this set, but it's kind of what I was going for. I wanted like a nice gradual, color shift from dark to light, but yeah, I'm glad it ended up this way. And this design is it was going to honestly look so cute with different colors. If you're into purples especially, I just love purple and blues and stuff, just any color. If you're even would like to switch up the stamping as well, if you've got like different Lollipop stamping images and stuff. Okay, on to the pinky here, although the pinky looks quite big here actually, but remember guys, the footage is zoomed in, also sped up, so I don't usually work this fast either. So yeah, and whenever I do press-ons, I always, of course, spend more time perfecting my lines. So whenever I do my stiletto nails, those videos, I know sometimes I get comments, I think people get confused, but I don't actually wear them. They are just purely, strictly for design purposes. I, try different techniques and stuff, and then I share it with you guys and hopefully inspire you guys to do some designs, or, teach you guys maybe something from what I've learned and do. But these kind of nails, those are actually wearable. I used to sell them, now I don't. I kind of wish I was selling them. I don't know how I feel about the whole thing. So I was considering maybe doing like a series of hopping back onto Etsy and just kind of vlogging the whole process from start to finish, uploading it, what the like experience is and how to upload everything, any tips and tricks of how to like upload quicker if you've got like a bulk amount of, you know, listings you want to do, and then just kind of vlogs the different you know, the experience, how many we sold and stuff like that. Do I pay for ads, etc. I'm really considering it. The more I've been getting into press-ons again, the more I've been considering it, because I'd love to make more and more of them every day, not just for videos, so that would be cool. But I'm not too sure. You can let me know in the comments what you think about the video ideas of kind of a bit more vloggy, taking you guys along the way, maybe my, you know, the whole process of making the nails, popping them onto Etsy and the whole thing. So let me know in the comments. Now on to the stamping. So I've really sped up this process because we're going to do quite a lot of reverse stamping. So I'm colouring in the backing, and that just takes so much time. And before I stamp, I like to leave it to dry a little bit. So rather than literally trimming it every 5 seconds and just jamming it all together, I just thought I'll keep the whole thing but just really speed up. And that way also it lets me speak a little bit longer with you guys rather than just including the main bits and bobs. So this stamping plate is from Clear Jelly Stamper. I'm in the UK, they're not always that accessible, but there are some sellers, and that's how I was able to get it. Alternatively, you can also get it on eBay if you're in the UK. But otherwise, I think the rest of the world, you can just get it from the website. There might be some other resellers, and I'm pretty sure they're pretty good with like their resellers, so I'm hoping that everybody can get their hands on a Clear Jelly Stamper plate. And they have this cute one here. They've got flames and everything. It's such a nice little staple plate to have actually in your collection. They've got camo on there, they've got some roses, they obviously got the lips, which I'm sure are always going to be a fan favorite if you're obviously got a salon or press-ons and stuff. So I've coloured in the mouth with the lollipop. Now, this stamping plate had these heart lollipops at the bottom. I would have personally preferred for it not to be hearts, but when I reviewed all of my stamping plates, and I do have quite a lot, this was only the one and only stamping plate that I had with actual lollipop looking things. So it just had to be a heart-shaped lollipop. Now, I'm going to stamp the lollipops on those white French tip nails that have that pink outline, and also onto that lippy one too, but that one we're going to kind of switch up a little bit. Some of them will be coloured, some won't be. And here I'm only colouring in the heart part, not the actual like stick part, just because the stick part was so small and my brush is quite thick that I had to hand. So I was a bit worried that I wasn't going to be able to get it too precise and I'll go over the line, and that's not what I wanted. So I just kept it as is, and to be honest, I'm quite happy I did. It's just so tiny that you almost can't tell anyways. So here I used a darker shade of pink at the moment. All of my stamping polishes today are from Born Pretty. All of them. I got some on Amazon, and I also got some on AliExpress. Now I'm stamping the little darker hearts. So one nail, which is the index, got it top left hand side. The ring finger got it bottom right hand side. Now I'm going to repeat that exact same process, picking up the one heart lollipop, and we're going to colour them both in again, but rather than using the darker shade of pink, I'm going to use a lighter shade of pink. And the reason I did that was because, of course, the thumb and the pinky have this like different, you know, one darker, one lighter vibe going on, so I wanted to kind of repeat that same thing with my lollipops too. Of course, I won't have those exact shades of pink to colour those heart ones in, but luckily the ones I had were just enough to kind of make the set look like it all just kind of fits in quite nicely. So here is that lighter pink, colouring it in. I like to use quite a lot of polish. I like to kind of float it, so I like to do a big blob and just kind of float it around to where I want it to go. But that's also why I leave it to dry, because sometimes there's a bit too much polish there, so I'm having to wait a little bit for it to dry, become a bit more tacky and not so soggy and wet, and then I go ahead and stamp it. So we're going to stamp it in the opposite direction. So the nail that's got the darker pink heart at the bottom right hand side, the light pink will go top left hand side, if that makes sense. So you'll see that in just a second. I'm just drying them now. And then last but not least, we're going to do a couple more of those hearts on that lippy nail, but we're going to place 2 down without any colour, and then 2 down with colour but only dark pink. I'm not too sure why I did that, to be honest. One of them could have been dark pink and one of them could have been light, but I didn't do that. I don't actually know why. I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad at the way it looks, but you know when you always kind of look back at a set, and although you like it, there's always things you could have fixed up, made it better in some ways. So it's maybe just one of those. So if you're going to recreate it, maybe something to try, who knows? So here's me picking up those lollipops again. It kind of felt like it was taking so long that I was only able, you know, I only had 2 stampers. If you're into stamping or want to get into stamping, I would highly advise getting a couple of stampers. You don't have to get any expensive stampers. One of mine is from Moe London, which is a little bit more expensive, and the other one is from Born Pretty, so very affordable. So yeah, you don't need anything expensive. Everything pretty much works. Sometimes, I know I've actually ordered one before from AliExpress that didn't work. But I don't know if it's probably just me, because the reviews were really good. So it's probably something to do with me. But yeah, you don't have to spend a lot of money, and I highly recommend it because you can be so much more efficient. But before you get your other one, make sure you buy one first. Try it out if you're even gonna like stamping, because I know it's not for everybody. Not everybody can really get the hang of it. It might take them some time, and you don't want to spend your money to find out you might not even want to stamp after all. So grab one, try it out if you love stamping. Grab yourself as many stampers as you possibly can. Okay, so hopefully those are now the last heart lollipops. One of them is shorter because I was going to place in a corner, but after all, maybe it was a bit of a silly decision to be honest, but still fine. It's going to work for us. There we are. We're going to stamp down. So first one's going bottom right, other one top left, and here it is, all nice and done. Just a quick disclaimer, sometimes I get comments. Don't worry about the ends of my nails. I know that they're a bit crooked and got little bits at the bottom. I like to file my nails right at the end of the video before like actually popping them on, or if I was to sell, I would always file them at the end, just because it kind of helps with the shape of the nail. I could file them right at the start of the video, but it would just mean I have to file them again at the end of the video, and I just don't see the point of doing it twice. So I prefer to do it right at the end, just the finishing touches, crispen up the nail, and then nail is good to go and pop onto your hand. So when you see the final results in the moment, you notice that those little bits are gone when I've actually got it on my hand to show you guys. So don't worry about those little tips. I hope it's not bothering anybody. Luckily this set doesn't actually have it that bad, but there have been sets in the past that I made that had massive little things dangling at the bottom of the nail, and there were a lot of comments telling me to file it down. So very tiny little touches when it comes to the crystals. So just the pinky and the thumb is going to get 3 AB crystals and some caviar beads in between. So just finishing up that one. After that, I'll pop into the lamp for a cure, then we'll top coat. I did go ahead and do a matte top coat today, although glossy would look really cute too. So if you wanted it glossy, this is what it would look like right now. Pretend it never goes into the lamp. So this is what it looks like, shiny and stuff. But I'm actually quite happy with the matte. I feel like it kind of brings out everything a bit more. I like to matte top coat stamping as it is. I just think it, yeah, just kind of makes it stand out a bit more, I think. So that's what we're going to do. Of course, again, remember off camera, I'll quickly file them and then I'll show you guys the final results. This is the last clip before you see them on my hand, but some of you might already seen them because I did already post it on Shorts, because I just could not wait to show you guys the design. Righty, so here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!